Man at Arms. I think they're looking to do a video on you.
Orko, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times not to mess with my equipment.
Okay, hold on. It's okay. I got it. Oh no, what's this?
What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this! Alright, that was our little skit there. Lyric kind of helped me out, but we were trying to work the garage band on the iPhone.
Yes, but we ran into some troubles. Dad got a little angry.
Angry? Does Dad get a little frustrated when things don't work right?
Yeah. It took like forever for him to get like the little garage band recordings. He did the squirrel
Wait, don't be giving away all my little secrets here. You be quiet. Anyway, we're going to Man at Arms. That was my real voice. I didn't use any effects or anything.
He did use effects.
Anyways, we got Man at Arms here from the Masterverse. Got him in the box here. What do you see on the front of the box, Lyric?
He has 4 different hands.
I have 6 hands, including the one that's on him.
Oh.
And then check out that weapon, man. That is one heck of a club. Do you think it would hurt if you hit somebody with that?
We might have to compare the weapons.
We'll definitely be comparing the weapons and the Man at Arms, as I got that already. I have to say, my first impression of this figure in the box, he looks really cool. I mean, this is Man at Arms, the way he's supposed to look. He looks in his classic form. He's mustachioed, you know.
I don't know why they just don't put the other sides on the other part of his arm, because in the original show, he had them on both arms.
Well, there's actually a funny story about that, buddy. The reason why is because they reused the animation, so they matched up the armor on the original Filmation show, so that way they could flip the cells any way they want and it would still work. Whereas if they did it the way he appears in the toy and in the comic, then the armor would be on the wrong arm sometimes. And you've seen that in the old Filmation show with Trapjaw once in a while when they use stuff. So that was a very good question, a very good point. A lot of times people wondered that. Well, anyways, let's flip this toy here on the side.
And that's your answer.
There you go, that's the answer. And here we got Man at Arms there on the side. He's looking pretty cool.
And you can, in Mattel, you can see little signs for the offer on the Origins.
Oh, sure, where the artist signed the picture.
Yeah, I got a land shark yesterday, and I saw the sign for the offer.
Yeah, that is Axel Jimenez, and he is very awesome at what he does here. I don't know if he does these Masterverse ones, though. But here we are on the back here. We got Man at Arms, Heroic Master of Weapons, and again, we got a really cool picture of him there in the moonlight. And then there's a nice little paragraph of words here. If you'd like to pause the video, you could read that yourself. I used to read it in the most dramatic voice possible, but we don't do that anymore because, you know, we want other time to get into the toy and be funny. And then here on the bottom, we've got the cross cell. How many of these guys do we got, buddy?
We have He-Man, Man at Arms, Tila, Skeletor, Beastman, and Spikor.
So which one do we have to open up after Man at Arms? Spikor. All right.
You may not see him in the camera, but a lot of people might not see him in the camera most of the times.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff over there. Anyway, let's get them open.
Yeah.
Well, all right, here's our Man at Arms, and he is looking snazzy. We got him all out of the box. He's got that big, giant beaten stick where he's ready to come right into your living rooms and bash you over the head. He's got 4 additional hands, including the 2 he's got. 2 fist hands, 2 gripping hands, and 2 open hands. You know, so we're going to check him out, get him in some different poses, compare him to his other brothers there, and see what we can do. All right, here we go. It's comparison time. We've got the vintage Man at Arms here, non-mustachioed, with the little beaten stick and the armor. I have to use this little stand here because this guy doesn't stand worth a crap. And then we've got our Origins Man at Arms here, and I really like him. He's got the bright popping colors. He's got the same look as the original with all the modern toy posing. Like, you could never get the original one in the pose he's in there. And then we've got this Masterverse Man at Arms here, who's, you know, a little more modernized and updated for a you know, modern toy look. So I think you kind of get the best of both worlds, and there's not a whole lot of change here in this figure. I mean, and I think, honestly, I kind of like it that way. Which one's your guys' favorite? Leave it in the comments. I mean, quite honestly, I could make an argument for either one of those. I mean, obviously the vintage one just for the nostalgia feels, or the Origins one for kind of the best of both worlds. You got the vintage with the nostalgia feels and all the modern toy articulation. Or I can make a strong argument for this Masterverse figure because he looks really cool. I unfortunately do not have a Classics. Classics has been too rich for my blood, and these Masterverse figures are kind of my way of getting in on the Classics figures without spending the Classics money. All right, here we got some of the core good guys, you know, especially on this Masterverse or Masters of the Universe Revelation look to them, more so with the Tila and the Orko. But, I mean, He-Man and Man-at-Arms look basically how they did, you know, classically. Yeah, it just kind of gives you a little look at what you can do with these toys and all their different modes of articulation, you know, and you know, you can do anything from a double axe handle smash to a loving father putting his hand on his daughter's shoulder, you know, so very cool stuff. And again, some more fun with the different poses you can do with these toys. It's not hard to see why these things won Toy of the Year. They're just really cool. They can do everything. I mean, if you can imagine a battle pose or a fight scene or just a way you wish them to stand, you can pretty much make it happen, you know, for the most part. I mean, they're very, very articulate, very easy to maneuver. I would have to say, if I'm going to complain about this new Man at Arms, the handle on his mace is probably a little too big for the hand, and it does take a little doing to get the weapon into the hand. But again, I'd probably rather have it that way than the other way, where it would be too loose and it would fall out. The joints seem, you know, nice and stiff, you know, which is good because, you know, as you work them and play with them, that they will loosen up. So yeah, all in all, I give this figure a 10 out of 10. I have very little to complain about. I really love this one. In fact, I'm thinking he might be one of my favorites of these Masterverse so far. All right, that was Man at Arms there from the Masterverse, and we're probably going to take a little break from the Masterverse figures, being we just did 2 in a row. So we're probably going to get back to Origins. I'm thinking maybe the Attorney and Goddess.
I want to do the Ninja Turtle.
Or maybe we can do the Sorceress.
I want to do the Ninja Turtle.
Or how about Jitsu?
I want to do the Ninja Turtle.
Or maybe we'll do Raphael.
Yeah.